Hello, welcome back to Golden Arrow. Last episode, we again ended off with a big struggle, and this time it's in level 9 of the Sacred Temple. So yeah, I suppose we'll either keep working on it. I don't know if I don't know if I want to keep working on 9 though. I'll try. We'll try for a bit more. Music. Okay, so the main problem we've discovered was that it's just really hard to maneuver these blocks around. We discovered that we wanted a single block here, where I am, and then something to hold them up here. Could be either the three or the two, could be a combination. Yeah. So I suppose we'll keep going. Yeah, okay. I kind of forgot where we left off last episode, but last episode was also full of random struggles anyway. We had a bunch of things we couldn't really do properly. I think I decided the main thing to do was to get this elbow here to be against the wall. Then we weren't able to do this. See, the thing is that I think this was a big problem, right? Yeah, this was a big problem. I don't know how big of a problem it was, but it was a big problem at one point. I wonder what the problem... Okay. Yeah. So it's about this point where I have something goes wrong. So I think the problem is that I cannot get both of these blocks to be in places that I want them to be. I have to trade one off for the other. It's always like that. It's always one for the other. And sometimes it doesn't really work very well. You can see this is one such case. I can get stuff to sort of work, but not much else I can do afterwards. Because this is stuck, right? It's completely stuck. Yeah. So like, I don't know what... I don't know what I'm expected to do here. I really do think it's still the single block that goes here, but it's very hard to pull that off. A lot of the issue could probably be attributed to the fact that in this case this happens, which causes the single block to be kind of stuck, and the only way to really unstick it is to use the double block to push it along, which is not necessarily the best idea. Yeah. So like, is there any other way I can do this? Is there some way to get the single block out? Not really. I'm wondering if there's ever a case where I want this block to be like, you know, just there. I don't think so. Right? No, I don't think so. What am I missing here? No. Okay. Oh, you still going with the fact that the 3 block is pressed against this row? I think that has to be the case. Because I think we've discovered that it's impossible for... Wait, how do I do this? Yeah. It's impossible for the 2 block to be here and the 3 block to be involved. The idea is that that's impossible because for the 1 block and the 3 block to swap position so that 1 block can enter here, either... Oh, there's one thing I haven't tried. Either the 3 block presses against this row or the 1 block presses against this row. The one thing I have not yet tried is the 3 block pressing against the column. Is that maybe okay? Not if the 2 block is stuck here. Not if the 2 block is stuck there. If the 2 block could help hold things up, then maybe I'd be fine. But okay, we've not tried this before. That could be a valid thing to try. Okay. If that is a valid thing to try, how will I pull that off? Man, I could push this really far away. That is still a big problem though. I can try and get these guys to kind of shuffle around a little bit. A little bit like this. So now the 2 block is free while we have the original setup that we wanted to try. So 2 block is free. I can do this sort of thing. 3 block can always... I'll put it there. Yeah. Okay, so now I can do this sort of thing. Is a 3 block is a 3 block going to block my way? It might. Oh, that's a problem. Yeah, it is going to block my way. No. The 3 block is very hindering. Okay, well what if I didn't do that first? And instead... I... had you go here... No, then you get stuck. Right? It's like I want this to be here to help hold things up. But there's no way. Because then I can't go in there. Three against the wall is kind of annoying, too, honestly. It really feels like the 3 is the thing that needs to be helping out instead of the 2. So like one thing I thought might have been good is something like, I don't know what it looks like, but it looks like this. This. Without the 1 block in the way, obviously. It would look like this. Yeah. I don't think this is right though. But is it possible? Like I feel like it's not. I really do feel like it's not. Because how in the world are these 2 blocks going to swap positions? Can they swap positions? It looks not possible for them to swap positions without sacrificing one of them. Even with the 2 block as far out of the way as possible. It just doesn't look like they can swap. Because yeah, this has to take up this spot no matter what. If it took out this spot to swap positions, its next step would have to be here. Meaning the one block would either need to be along the side or already here, which would have already worked, but it doesn't. So like, I'm trying to articulate my ideas as well as possible here, but it just doesn't feel possible. Which is why I then thought the next step is either to have the 3 here, or the 3 here. Here, they both seem bad. Here seems less bad, but the problem with this is that the arrows misbehave. And when I say that, I mean the arrows don't do what I want them to do. Okay, another thing I haven't tried yet is to sort of move this green arrow first. Maybe it's possible if this green arrow didn't block the way. So like maybe if I moved it and put it somewhere safe first. I don't know if pressing against here is fine, but let's do this for now. Is it okay if I did that? I don't know if it's okay if I did that. I don't think it is. It doesn't feel like it's okay if I did that. I mean, that singular... It won't really help to move it out of the way for now. I can do this sort of thing. Is that good? Looks okay, I guess. The problem is that, yeah, these arrows are now stuck here. I can't really get them up there without him. Yeah, that's a problem. Well, I feel like this might get us somewhere. It looks a bit more promising now. The reason is because if there were a green arrow here, this arrow would have to be stacked on top. And that would prevent this block from moving around. So like you can see here, without a space here, I can easily come in here and push you out. So that's why I wanted to remove the green arrow. But I feel like I've done it inefficiently. Although we do have the idea of moving the green arrow first. Okay, we have the idea of moving the green arrow. Where and how? I think double here or here seems okay. And a triple here to support. Maybe. Yeah, that seems fine. Okay, let's try that. Is this good? This doesn't feel very good. Nope, I messed up. Okay, so let's do that again. I think we want to do the set of steps where I managed to free these guys. I want to put you guys in a better order, so I'll flip you guys around like so. Put you underneath now. And here you go. Is this okay? This actually looks really fine. Wait, oh, okay. I'm seeing some improvements. Okay, what about you? We're almost done. There might be another issue though. Right? It's like this, but not quite. I don't think so. This doesn't look very right to me. But I feel like we're close. The idea is if I can just place you one to the right, we'd be basically done. We'd be basically done, which means that maybe the 2 now has to do something. Is there any point where I want to push this down? And is there any point where that is bad? I feel like yes. Right? Yeah, this doesn't look savable, but it looks closer to what I want. I think it does, but you know, clearly facing some problems here. Okay, so I have another idea. What if that green arrow weren't there in the first place, but more so... I think I have it. I think I have it. That green arrow shouldn't have been pushed so far in. It needs to act as a blocker as well. Wow, okay, that's pretty involved. But yeah, green arrows doesn't go in that far yet. Except... How did you get out if the green arrow isn't that far in? Is this fine? No, it's not. I don't think it's fine. The issue is that... Yeah, you can no longer... So you're basically facing the same problem after that. Oh, there might be another issue in that case. Could this have ever been... Could this block ever have been lower? Okay, before this... Where were you? Oh, you already pushed up, right. You pushed up a long time ago. Right. Maybe this is fine? I don't think this is doing us any good though. Like, this doesn't give us anything. Yeah. I can push you down, but I can't push you back up afterwards. This is stuck as well. The idea is that I want the green arrow to be up here. So there's a stack here. And then you can sort of, you know, take this place. I feel like this means that the 2-block can help somewhere else. But the answer is, can it actually? Because the 2-block acts as a pretty big barrier. Or does it? Hold on. Oh yeah, well for now, yes. Could I have gotten this 2-block to be pushed down from here? Seems like a problem. I don't think so. Like, yeah, I mean, okay. No, I don't want to go there yet. I go here first. Yeah, why does this look like such a big issue? Because now you're stuck. What in the world? How in the world? Ah, jeez. Yeah, and then this doesn't work either. This gets real close, I think. I just realized I can't undo resets, so oops. What does that even mean? So that means this, right? Or this. So like, this time it's here. No. I need 2 platforms. I need one here and one here. So it has to be a 3-block, right? I think so. I can't tell. Yeah, I think it has to be a 3-block. Yeah, I don't see it. This just doesn't save this block. Doesn't save it. Where else could I have stored you in this case? I don't suppose this is any useful. No. Yeah, I don't think that's useful at all. That's really bad, actually. Otherwise, yeah, I'm just really stuck otherwise. It does feel like after that initial step that I tried, uh, we get a lot of variation in movement. Like, this works, but there are a lot of ways to get the 2-block to be in a different spot. So the question is it possible to not have the 2-block be stuck down there? And how would that help us? If the 2-block wasn't stuck down there, where could the 2-block even be then? The 2-block can't be here, because I'm using this space. Where else can it be? I don't really see a good spot for it. No, I don't think that's good. Well, no, it got stuck there. It's not supposed to be stuck there. It's not supposed to be stuck there. Yeah. I mean, I find it really interesting you can do that sort of thing. Like, yeah, it does what I think it should do. And actually, it might be quite useful. Oops. Okay. I mean, yeah, I mean... Wait, whoa, wait, hold on. What is this? We lock them in? That works. Huh? How? That is the most insane solution I've ever seen. That's really a Sokoban, actually, wow. Okay, well that was something. A lot of trial and error, I guess. Alright, what's this? Straight 3. Alright, we need to put these in, which means we need to somehow eliminate these 2 blocks. Okay, so the one way I think you can do it is by sort of like having them be caught like this. Okay. So do they all have to get caught? Maybe one gets caught like so? Okay, in that case, the one that's supposed to be catching is here. I don't want the other 2 blocks to be up here, because in this case I can't really maneuver them anymore. So let's try this for now. We'll put these blocks here to hold them. But then these blocks get very stuck. What if we did it the other way around, where it's like this? That's also valid. Well, it's valid to a point. And you get all 3 here. What does that mean I have to somehow, like... I can't transport them up here, right? No. I transport them up here? I can sort of see that. I can sort of see that, actually. But the idea is that this one has to be removed. I want to make it so that maybe all 3 need to fall. And the idea of all 3 falling is that these blocks can be individually pushed away. Almost like this. That feels inefficient. Or like after this you can do some cool stuff, I guess. But not too much cool stuff. Suppose some cool stuff you could do involve this sort of thing. Somewhat. I need this channel to be open at all times. Okay, what does that mean? Well, doesn't mean very good things for me. If I did this, would I get stuck? But suppose I had some free blocks. I could put these in there and then if I had a straight path, I would be done. Okay, meaning that, I mean, that straight path could be here, pushing all the way over. So, okay. Let's see. Straight path is probably here, pushing to the right, which means we need a block here and a block here. This spot and this spot. 2 blocks. These 2 blocks can't be shifted off the ground. They can't be pushed against here. In fact, most efficient would not actually be them both pushed here, but I think them stuck here. Because it gives me the ability to walk in here and push right. I want to do that. But I think that's what I want. Maybe, in fact, I can utilize this block over here to catch this block. If this block had already fallen even further, I can't push it up. So I should put a block here to stop it. But the problem then is that how do I get these blocks out? I need to get, like, maybe I have to get one block here and the other block just as a solid piece here. That might make a bit of sense. Okay. Okay, so let's try this. What do I do after this? I shove them together. I feel like the only way to do that. I don't know if there's any other way I could do that. So the problem is that these arrows are falling and then there's no real way to save them at this point. And any push at all will cause all 3 arrows to fall, which means we do need to catch all of them. Yeah, any push at all. I can't just do this, right? Yes, no I cannot. The reason why is because my last move isn't to catch this and push this up. If it were, I'll be done, but it is not. However, like, it looks like you could maybe pull off something that looks like this. But no, you clearly cannot. Even though it looks like you can. No, there's no way. Is there any reason? No, I don't think. No. Is there any reason this is okay? I mean, if I put a block here, that's technically okay, right? I'll never use that channel. Really, I'll never really use that channel. I mean, the reason why I'm not doing it right now is because I do need this block for burst, so... yeah, that's good, but I also need this block to do this sort of stuff. It's almost like I want to do this. Maybe use this block to do that. And then like this. But see, the problem is that now we're stuck. So like if this block were one to the right, we would be done in fact. So the next question is that even possible? Is it possible to separate those 2 blocks at the very beginning? They do start off separated. But for some very awkward reason, there's no real way to access them. No matter what push I do. They require the lane in the middle to be completely free. Which right now doesn't look possible. Although, I could maybe do something like this. You know what? That might be valid. Because with those 2 stacked, I can actually push them around like this. Aha! And I do still have the third block that I can use. Okay, I think we're done. I just have to remember how to do this. One block goes here to hold these two. 3 block comes back out. And yeah, I can push this up now. Yes, there you go. And this is the exact same setup, but now we have a space up here to do the pushing. Oh, that's very clean. Oh, the fall. Okay, do I really want to do this? I don't think so. I think I'm going to leave it here. I don't want to accidentally spend another 20 minutes and push this video to become a bit too long. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for this episode. Solved a brutal puzzle today, as the name suggests. Yeah, but otherwise, very fun so far. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Bye bye.